Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. So in this particular part 1 video, we are going to set up the company details first, then create some basic masters. Those are the inventory masters and accounting masters, and then we'll start the further parts of the video. So let's start with the company creation. So all the necessary details has been given into the Word file you can download from the description box. So you can see the company name, address, country, state. Those are the details for the company for which we are going to maintain the accounting. So in Tally we go to create company, and you will see a screen where different details has been asked, like name, address and all. Those details you can type in from the Word document, or you can either copy paste. To copy and paste in the Word, you press the copy, that's Control C, and to paste into the Tally you have to press Control Alt V. So we start with the name, then we go for the address. So follow the same pattern as it is shown into the video. So we are through with the address. So country we can select India, and state we go for the state in which the company has been registered. Here we are selecting Gujarat. So you select from the table, you start typing, it will filter it out. Then enter the PIN code for the company's registered address. Then several contact details like phone, mobile, email, that we are skipping for now. Now it's financial year beginning. It mentions that from when you want to start your accounting into the Tally. So we are keeping as a 1st of April 2020. The rest of the options we are not going to change it, and we accept this screen. So at the end it says accept yes or no. So you press Y or enter, and then it saves the screen. So here we go, and the company database has been created into Tally. So now we proceed for the next step. So you can see whatever has been done, we have put it as a yellow marked. Now we go that our company is a GST registered. So we have to first enable the GST option into Tally. So that's the GST number. So in Tally we come and we press F11. Then we go to statutory and taxation. There is a shortcut key for the statutory and taxation, that's F3. So you go inside, you will see first option, enable goods and service tax, that you have to put it yes. And then second option which says set alter GST details, that also yes. And you come down and it says GSTN, where we have to mention our company's GST number. So we are putting up GST number, and rest of the options we are keeping as it is, and we are accepting these screens. So you come out as pressing enter. Don't press escape and quit the screens, otherwise it won't save the data. So we are through with the GST, enabling the GST options. Now we come to the first thing for the inventory masters. So there are several things in the inventory masters come up. So we are starting with the unit of measure. So let's understand what is unit of measure. So every stock item which we are buying or selling has to be sold in particular unit. So here we have the unit called PCS. All our items are sold into the pieces. So the short form of the pieces is the PCS. It may be either kilogram, liter, numbers, boxes. So to create the stock item unit, we have to follow the path which has been highlighted just now. Inventory info, unit of measure, and then create. Now let's come into Tally and follow the instructions. So inventory info, unit of measure, and then create. So first it's asking symbol. So our unit is PCS. Pieces. The short form of the pieces is the PCS. So in symbol we have to type PCS, that's the short form. Formal name we have to put it full name, that's the pieces. In unit quantity code we have to select the pieces from the list. Number of decimal we are just keeping as a 0 for now, and we are accepting this unit. So we have only one unit of measure. So we are through with the unit of measure. Now we come to the stock groups. So let's understand what is stock groups. So stock groups are the particular inventory master which are used to categorize our items. So here we have the medical store. So we are categorizing our item into the 3 different stock groups. You can see there are 3 groups: cosmetics, surgicals and medicines. So to create the stock groups, we have to go into inventory info, stock groups, and create. Now let's follow the path in Tally. So we go to inventory info, we go to stock groups, and then create. So our first stock group is a cosmetics. So our items are being broadly classified into these stock groups. So one category of the items are the cosmetics. Rest of the options we are not changing, and we are accepting the screen. We come to the second stock groups, that's surgical items. So we are creating one stock group named as a surgical. In the similar pattern, we have to create one more stock group, that's medicines. Now we are through with the stock group creation. We come to the next inventory masters. Those are the stock categories. So stock groups are the one way of the classifying items, and stock group categories are the another way of classifying the items. So here we are considering this company's brand name as a stock categories. So first we have to enable the stock category options. Please note there are some options that we have to enable after the company creation, like the way we activated GST options. The same way we have to do the stock categories option activation. So we come down to the first screen, that's the gateway of Tally. We press F11, then we go to inventory features. The shortcut for inventory feature is F2. You can notice it from the right side panel. Here there are several options, but we are only concerned about this option, maintain stock categories. So we find out that option, and if it is no, then we put it as a yes. So you type Y and then accept the screen. Now we come out to gateway of Tally, and we have to create the stock categories. To create the stock categories, we have to go to inventory info, stock categories, and then create. There are two stock categories for us. So we create one by one. We follow the path, inventory info, stock categories, and then create. So first stock category is a Garnier. So there are some items what we are selling are from the brand name Garnier. So we are creating stock category as a Garnier. Then there is second stock category, Nivea. So we are through with the stock categories creation. Now we come to the next inventory masters. Those are the stock items. So now what are the stock items? So stock items are those particular commodities that we are buying and then selling. So they are the tradable items. So to create the stock category, stock items, we have to follow this path, inventory info, stock item, and then create. So we come into Tally, then we go to inventory info, then stock items, and then create. So there are several fields which needs to be filled up. The first is the stock item name. So first we have a Nivea cream. So item name is a Nivea cream. That is a tradable item. That Nivea cream we buy and then sell. Under which comes is our stock group. So here in the table we have mentioned the stock group as a cosmetic. So we have already created the stock groups earlier. So we only have to select the stock group from the list. Then comes the category. So we have already created the category. So we have to just select the category Nivea. In unit, we will select PCS because this item can be bought and sold in pieces. So we are selecting unit as a pieces. Alternate we are putting not applicable, and we come to GST details. We put it as a yes and then enter the GST detail. There are two GST details very important. One is the HSN code for the item and then GST rate. So you follow the same steps and put the integrated GST rate as a 18%. So integrated is 18%, so state and central tax becomes 99%. And we accept this screen. So our first stock item has been created. So in similar pattern, we have to create all other stock items step by step. So we have to create 3 more stock items. You follow the instructions and the steps. So now we are through with the creation of all the 4 stock items. We come out to the gateway of Tally. Now we have certain ledgers which needs to be created before we enter purchase and sales entries. So to create ledger, we have to follow this path: accounts info, ledger, and then create. So we come into Tally and we go into accounts info, then ledger, and then create. So our first ledger is the purchase account, which we use in a purchase entries. So ledger name we can put purchase account, name can be anything, please note. But here in the under, we have to select the particular group which says purchase account. So from the list, we have to select purchase account. You keep the other options as it is shown into the video. You don't try to change it, otherwise later on it will be difficult. Now we have to create the second account, which is sales account, which we will be using it for the sales transaction. So we can give any name, but the under should be sales account. So we are through with the sales and purchase ledger. Now we create the GST accounts. So first is the SGST, which says state GST. So name we are putting as a SGST. Under we will select duties and taxes. So group should be duties and taxes. Now it is a type of duty GST, and then tax type is a state tax. Other options we are keeping as it is. Then we come to the next ledger, which is CGST, that is the central GST. So group will be again duties and taxes. Then type of duty is GST, and then tax type is a central tax. The next ledger is the IGST. IGST is the integrated tax. Then our last ledger will be used for the rounding off of the invoice. If invoice is in the decimal, we can round it off to the nearby amount. So it can be either under indirect expense or indirect income. We can select any of it. Then under type of ledger, we have to select invoice rounding, and the rest of the options we will keep it as it is. So here we are through with the creation of the ledger. So this is called as a primary setup before we start any transactions entry. So in this video we have done with the setup. Now next video we will start entering the purchase and sales transactions with stock items and GST. So keep watching. Thank you.